Hi, everyone. It's great to have you here. I'm Teresa Yunkin, and I'm deeply committed to bridging the gap between healthcare and technology, making it accessible and impactful for all. You'll find me here helping healthcare leaders stay ahead of the curve when it comes to new technologies. And as an informaticist, I like to bridge technology concepts and business operations. So, whether you're struggling with data initiatives, trying to make informed decisions about new technologies to bring into your organizations, or just dealing with the constant changes in the market, I got you covered. Welcome to my fall series where I cover my most frequently asked questions on AI. This week's question is, what do I need to know about being in compliance? As I was revisiting this topic, which I frequently get asked about, I decided to create a quick GPT called the Health App Compliance Navigator. Before everybody runs out to build one of these GPTs to solve all of healthcare's ailments, let's have some real talk. Consumer health apps are booming. According to Statista, the global AI digital health market is going to reach nearly 190 billion US dollars by 2025. Apps are one way to solve access equity issues, but they face significant compliance challenges. And according to the FTC, we've got healthcare apps that are under scrutiny for data privacy issues. In September of 2021, the FTC released a statement and they affirmed that the health app companies who obtain or utilize consumers' or medical data must comply with the health breach notification rule, which is called HBNR, and they are obliged to adhere to its notification requirements. Health app developers must understand the regulations outside of just HIPAA. Now you have to understand how your app complies under the FTC, under COPPA, FDA, information blocking, 21st century cures rules. It's a lot. This adds additional complexity to this already confusing regulatory landscape. Here's a quick breakdown of what each of these regulations cover. The FTC regulations focus on data privacy in health apps, while HIPAA safeguards patients' health information. COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, protects children's data, and the FDA regulates medical devices within apps. That means like an EKG on your smartphone. 21st century cures and information blocking promote interoperability and data access. Business associates also play an important role in ensuring compliance for both healthcare payers and providers. And we can't forget about the consumer driven third party apps that interact with our HIPAA covered entities and their business associates. This is turning into a big bowl of spaghetti. This is directly from the FTC site on November the 7th. So that's last Tuesday. And that was right after OpenAI announced all of these big changes that they were having. And a comment submitted to the US Copyright Office, the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, identifies several issues raised by the development and the deployment of artificial intelligence that implicate competition and consumer protection policies, and it notes that the Commission's role in monitoring the impact of generative AI and vigorously enforcing the law as appropriate to protect competition and consumers. This is really important for people who are out there developing apps in the AI world, from what I'm hearing all over YouTube, in webinars. We don't want to have another one of these gold rush moments. How are we going to solve all of these compliance challenges effectively? Well, one answer may be the use of these GPT. I built this health app compliance navigator in a couple of hours, and I used the FTC's mobile health app interactive tool as my inspiration. So I'm going to jump over real quick and I'm going to show you what I built. All right, so you should see up on the screen the health app compliance navigator. If you click on over here, we're going to actually use it. One of the things I did was I put my description up here, which says the Health App Compliance Navigator helps you determine what federal rules may apply to your consumer facing healthcare app. Now, you get these great, helpful little quick prompts so we can do that. So I'm going to use guide me through the decision making process. You'll see it here. The Health App Compliance Navigator is thinking. I'll let you know that I used regulations and I used information from the FTC, the FDA, ONC, HIPAA, OCRs. I preloaded information. So the first question we get is, does or will your app collect, share, use, or maintain health information? If you say yes, it's going to go to the next question. If you say no, it may apply to your app. Let's say yes, because I love my healthcare. These aren't super quick. That's one thing I have noticed about these GPTs. And brings me back the answer. Great. Since your app doesn't collect your or maintain health information, we're going to go to the next question. The next question is, does the information fall within HIPAA's individually identifiable health information? And if it's yes, then your HIPAA rules apply. If no, they're going to a different question. It says, could you please clarify whether the information handled by your app falls under HIPAA's definition of individually identified health information? So I'm going to ask it this question and it's going to return an answer. It gives me the definition of what it is here according to HIPAA. It also provides more information. It's got common identifiers as well. If your app handles this type of information, it'd be considered as dealing with individually identifiable health information under HIPAA. Does your app manage this kind of information? And it's going to give me the next step. Is your app intended for a specific medical use case? This is actually working through the FTC's mobile app development tool. So that's what I use to see this GPT. So since this is going to be consumer facing, I'm going to have to understand what the Federal Trade Commission's health breach notification rule is because it's likely to be applicable to my app. It gives me a little bit more information here. Do you want to know more details about the rule? Do I have any other specific questions that are related to the compliance of my app? And it gives me more areas to focus on. Am I using COPPA? Do I have state privacy rules? GDPR? If I'm using any payment card, FDA regs, accessibility regs, security standards, and regulation I may want to go to. This is what I could build with just 10 documents and using the GPT. And I'm going to move back over here. So at the end of the day, what this GPT is doing, it provides a quick and easy approach to a very confusing subject. Like I said, it uses published rules and regulations with guidance from the FTC. That's what I built it on, the knowledge base. It was definitely inspired by this law. What's most important is that this is not a substitute for a lawyer. Please, please, please understand this. These GPTs, these apps are not substitutes for human intervention and human lawyers, especially in the area of compliance. But what it will do, it's going to help you figure out what kind of an attorney that you might need. If you want to try this GPT, you've got to have paid access to a Chat GPT account. You can log into your account and you can use the link to access the Health App Compliance Navigator. Now, this again is only for edutainment. I can't guarantee that's going to be available or to guarantee what it's going to produce for you. OpenAI has been just a little Wally scumpled. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You can see what a couple hours can get you. I will see you here again next week where I will continue to cover my most frequently asked questions on AI. If you're curious about how I actually built the back end of this, please let me know in the comments and I will do a walkthrough of how to build one of these on your own. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Bye.